Welcome to some Zacama. Hope you're excited for some Primal Rage. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, I like this. We're going to keep on this one a little. They don't have a lot of enchantments really taking care of, take advantage of the Enchantress. But yeah, you always have one of those card draw pieces in the hand. Definitely want to keep on that one. It makes it a little bit easier. And let's see if our opponent has to mulligan past 5 or not. Hopefully they don't. And then we'll get our hand going from there. Okay, let's go and lead off with the Scalding Tarn. Yeah, I think I like that. Lead off the Scalding Tarn, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing Zacama, Primal Calamity. Vigilance, Reach, and Trample. Whenever Zacama enters the battlefield, if you cast it, untap all lands you control. Then for 3 mana, deal 3 damage to target creature. 3 mana, destroy target artifact or enchantment. 3 mana, you gain 3 life. Let's go and crack the Scalding Tarn. I think that sounds pretty good. And then I'll cover what Karador does in just a second. So it should be a good match. Some nice... Abzan versus Naya. Let's get the Scalding Tarn cracked, and then we'll see what we actually want to grab. We do have 2 force in the hand, so I may end up going for like Sacred Founder. I think that'd be good. I'm not going to pay 2, no. Putting it in play tapped. We'll go and lead off with the Wooded Foothills. That way we can start searching up some of our red-green sources, and then we get down the Enchantress and hopefully get some stuff going from there. Let's get the Wooded Foothills down, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing against Karador, Ghost Chieftain. Costs 1 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. During each of one of your turns, you may cast 1 creature card from your graveyard. There we go. And then I think I played against Safi Erickson. Okay, I'm trying to remember if it was Karador. I think it was Karador and Enchantress that I played against recently, where we did the Nin Epic Experiment against it, and we got everything out of there, and it was I don't know, it was a fun match. All right, I don't want to ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it, but if you want to watch it, it's an Nin versus Karador. I do remember now. Let's go to crack the Wooded Foothills. We go for a really big Epic Experiment, and I think Magic Online kind of bugged out, or Clone Legion kind of bugged out, or something. You know, some good magic. Put the Temple Guard into play tap. Not going to pay 2 life. Nope. And then, see what we draw into. We'll be able to get the Enchantress down next turn. So hopefully we'll be able to start getting some... Ooh, Karmic Justice. Wonderful. Okay. Let's get the forest down. Let's get the Enchantress down. That's going to be red, green, and then green. Get her down, and then we'll go and pass the turn to our opponent. Now, what are we doing with Zacama? If you do not see the deck tech, this is pretty much Naya Enchantress beat sticks. We're looking to... One of the main things that we really want to get going is going to be the... Serra Sanctum? Make sure I said that correctly. What I was saying is a twist that we get down the Enchantress. One of my favorite things to... we have somebody like Zacama. Zacama is a really fun commander. It's really open as far as what you want to do, and you want to pump out Zacama as quickly as possible. One of the quickest ways to pump out a ton of mana is building an Enchantress deck. Let me pull the deck list up. I keep wanting to call it Zac Attack, and I don't know why, but I don't know. I like it. It has a nice little ring to it. But where are you? Serra Sanctum. Yeah, it's going to be Serra Sanctum. Add 1 white mana for each enchantment that you control. So basically, that's going to allow us to start getting some extra value, getting stuff like Karmic Justice down. And we have a lot of enchantments that tap on lands, and we have a few other land creatures that care about untapping lands. So it's another way for us to really take advantage of the end of the battlefield from Zacama. Okay, let's go ahead and get the Bloodstained Mire down. Let's go ahead and go for the Karmic Justice. I think that'll work. Go for the Karmic Justice. Whenever a spell or ability an opponent controls targets a non-creature permanent, we maybe destroy something that they control. So if they get some spot removal going, Karmic Justice is going to allow us to kind of send that back over there towards them, or at least kind of make it to where maybe they don't really want to target some stuff that they normally would have gone for. Okay, we're going to use that ability. Yes, we're going to draw a card, and then we draw into Ancient Tomb. Not too bad. And then we'll go and get that down, and then anything else. Now we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Keep the Enchantress up. But yeah, so outside of that, we're looking to get down Serra Sanctum. That also puts us in a spot to where, wherever we cast Zacama, it says enters the battlefield, untap all lands you control. So if we're going to be able to untap a Serra Sanctum, untap a land that we put a bunch of our extra mana lands on there, stuff like Wild Growth, and what's the 2 mana one I'm looking at? But basically, it's going to allow us to go for a bunch of mana, and then hopefully between the Enchantress card draw pieces, we'll find a few Voltron pieces that we can stick on Zacama himself. So we have stuff like Alpha Authority, has hexproof, so can't be blocked except by 1 creature. Oh, pretty good. You could run Madcap skills in here, but I kind of like what we've got going on now. Our opponent's going to get down Caves, so that's pretty good. Let's go and crack the Bloodstained Mire. Let's go grab another red-green source. That's something we do need to search up. I think we'll actually be okay as far as mana goes. All right, let's go and grab the Stomping Ground. Have that come into play. Not going to pay 2. Nope. And we're actually going to be at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we wanted to go for the War Leader, Actually, I think the way we fetched on that one, we're not going to be able to get the War Leader down yet. We needed one more white source, or at least another red source. Let's go and get down the Ancient Tomb. And let's go and go for Aggravated Assault. That's going to be 1-2. Get the card draw going. And see, this is what I'm talking about. You know, we want to go for Zacama. We want to get down Zacama as quickly as possible. But just simply just getting good utility cards out and catching some extra card draw off of it, pretty good. Okay, let's get down the Aggravated Assault, and then anything else. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be 7 next turn, so we're still kind of getting there as far as getting to 9 mana for Zacama. Anything else? We could go for Spider Umbra on the Enchantress if we wanted to kind of start going beat sticks, but let's say we draw into next turn, and then as far as Overwhelming Splendor, that's going to be 8 mana. Let's get a recount. This could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So actually 1 away from Overwhelming Splendor. Now the fun thing about this is we do have the Academy Rector in here to where Court of Calling for 2. Okay, we do have Academy Rector in here. That's going to allow us to, if something does happen to it, we can search our library for an enchantment card, put it on the battlefield. We do have it in here for this particular line of play, but we get enough mana going between the lands going. We can simply just slam this down. You get Zacama going. Do we want to go for Path to Exile on that? Yeah, I think we do. It's going to be discard outlet and another way to make sure they can kind of search up exactly what they want. So let's go and go for Path on that. It's going to get them a little bit ahead on mana, but the main thing is we're going to keep Fauna Shaman out of the graveyard and not tutoring up stuff for Karador. I'll kick it back over to our opponent. We also have, where is it? Gift of Paradise in here. No, not that one. It's the, I'm trying to remember. I'm looking at my deck list right now. Give me 1 sec. Heartbeat of Spring. Whenever a player taps a land for mana, they add 1 mana that land could produce. So it's basically like double mana. And so, yeah, it's always fun to get that down. I played against somebody, I'm trying to remember who, but they got that down, and it was just, they had a big commander like Zacama, and it just got nasty really quick. All right, opponent's going to be swinging in for 2. It's going to put us down to 23. Let's see if there's anything else to show for it. But yeah, since we need to start digging deeper, we still have some other land cards that we can start searching up. We may end up going Spider Umbra on the Enchantress. You know, if our opponent has some removal, so be it. All right, let's see what we draw into. It's just another kind of a good way to kind of start cycling through your deck. All right, Signal the Clans. Let's go and go for Signal the Clans. Put 1 card in. Yeah, let's go and go for that. Let's go Signal the Clans. See if we can't. If we can get 2 Enchantress pieces down and start casting some of these, and we really get in a good spot. Okay, so we can go for Xenagos. We can go for Mesa Enchantress, and then let's go ahead and go for. Yeah, because if we end up with Xenagos, that's something we can get down. We'll get a card draw, and that might put us past on the trample damage. Let's go Xenagos, Mesa Enchantress, and let's go for the Agrothian Enchantress. Okay, Xenagos, that's fine. We'll get that down. Go for the Forest. We'll still go for Xenagos. It's going to be red, green, 1, 2, 3. Draw another card. Draw into Marshflats, okay. And then we'll go and pass the turn. Now, with the Xenagos trigger, it's going to, where X is that creature's power, so we're not going to get that much power off the Enchantress, but at least she does have haste. Xenagos is getting her excited to swing in, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. Okay, so luckily we did hit Marshflats. That does put us on the War Leader. So with the War Leader, we can actually get her down. If we have enough mana, I think between the Aggravated Assault, untap all creatures you control. After this main, there's an additional combat phase followed by additional main phase. And then, I don't know if that technically chains together. We'll see what's going on. But typically, we want to get down Zacama. This can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I like this. And especially if our opponent's going to be going for something like Boonweaver. Enters the battlefield, search your library for. Okay, we'll see if they're going to search up on that one because we can actually just get down Overwhelming Splendor, and it's going to lose those enter the battlefield triggers. They should no, excuse me. They're going to lose all abilities and have base power and toughness. Pattern of Rebirth, and then this whenever it dies, return it to its. And they're going to miss out on the Safi Eric. I think we might be able to stop with Overwhelming Splendor. I know with Pattern of Rebirth and Boonweaver, they start searching up a whole bunch of mess. Okay, and let's see what we draw into. Draw into another force. Let's go and get the Marshflats down. Let's go for that. Let's go and crack the Marshflats. And as far as Devotion goes, yeah, we're a little far off on Xenagos Devotion. And we need to grab one more. So yeah, we'll grab the Savannah. Let's go for Overwhelming Splendor. Choose target player. This can be white. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 1, 2, and 3. All right, so we're able to get this down. always feels good getting a card draw off Overwhelming Splendor with the Enchantress. But we'll get this down, and then they're going to lose all abilities and have base power and toughness of 1/1. So that's going to put us on just simply just hard casting Zacama next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll be able to get that down. Xenagos is going to give it haste. So once it sticks, we'll kind of see what our opponent's going to get going on. They do have the high market, sacrifice a creature. You'll be able to sacrifice that. Oh, okay, our opponent scoops it up. Yeah, once we get on Overwhelming Splendor, I'm pretty sure it's basically going to kind of cut off any sort of shenanigans that they do have. And then next turn we make the land drop, and that's going to be us getting down Xenagos. Getting down Zacama, and then using Xenagos to get that +X/+X. So we're looking at about 18 coming across next turn. Also, once we get down Zacama next turn, there's going to be the Spider Umbra, and we also still have the Aggravated Assault to start swinging in. And still go for Aurelio the War Leader to get some extra combat steps. So unfortunately our opponent scooped once we got Overwhelming Splendor down, but you can see where you can get pretty explosive on games like this. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.